Our story begins with a sentient sword reminiscing about how he met his cat-girl companion after dying in the real world. A man suddenly awoke in a new world as a sword. He is unusually calm and understanding about his situation and immediately checks his stats, where he learns that he is classified as an intelligent weapon and that he already has several skills at his disposal. When goblins start disrespecting him, he uses his telekinesis skill to move his body around and slice through every goblin. With each kill, the sword grows stronger by copying the skills of his victims, bringing him a sense of profound satisfaction as he is fulfilling his purpose as a sword. But he is saddened that he doesn't have a wielder yet. In order to make his future wielder proud, he resolves himself to become stronger and stronger by killing more creatures and copying their skills. At that same moment, a wounded cat girl looks up at the sky and wishes to become stronger as well. Despite being a helpless slave, she still tries to protect others and shows that she is not afraid to fight for what is right. However, the collar around her neck prevents her from rebelling against her owners. Every day she thinks to herself that she desperately wants to grow stronger. Elsewhere, the sword travels through the land, killing all kinds of dangerous creatures and absorbing their skills in the process, while also enhancing the skills that he already has. Every night, he returns to his pedestal a little bit stronger than before, and excited to someday find a wielder. The further away he travels from his pedestal, the more powerful the creatures are, and after killing most creatures in all 4 areas, the sword has no choice but to travel to the 5th area, the most dangerous one. There, he slays even more terrifying creatures and absorbs their overpowered skills. By killing a slime boss and barely managing to survive, he copies its interdimensional inventory skill, which gives him infinite storage space. After all his accomplishments, and after slaying so many creatures, the sword has gained an unbelievable amount of skills. With no threats left in the 5th area, the sword ventures even further beyond, but when he lands on the ground, he ends up stuck and can't seem to use any of his skills to fly out. Every time he uses a skill, the ground beneath him drains his mana. With no way to escape his current predicament, he prays for a cute elf warrior to come and pick him up and wield him. Unfortunately, for the sword, he spends the next month stuck in that exact spot and slowly loses his mind. Elsewhere, a 2-headed bear rampages through the caravan, indiscriminately killing everything in its path. Upon seeing this, the cat girl knows she is going to die, but rather than running away, she picks up a stick and tries to stand her ground. The bear knocks her away, and just when all seems doomed, she notices the sword in the ground. She grabs its handle and is immediately able to hear the sword's voice, who communicates with her telepathically. He had been desperately waiting for over a month for someone to come and wield him, so he is very thankful to her. It does not take long for the two to become acquainted. She equips him and becomes registered as his official wielder. This grants her access to all of the sword's skills, including his level 7 sword mastery, which immediately makes her an expert swordsman. With the sword's guidance, she is able to defeat the bear in a matter of seconds. After defeating the bear, she introduces herself as Fran, a member of a species known as Black Cat. She explains that she is a slave and that her collar, the sword, burns the contract, freeing Fran from servitude. She is now free to live life as she chooses, but all she wants to do is grow stronger so that she can someday evolve. The sword offers to teach her everything he knows in exchange for her becoming his permanent wielder, and she, of course, agrees. However, the sword realizes that he doesn't really have a name, so Fran decides to give him one. She names him Shish, which means teacher in Japanese, and with that, Fran and Shish begin their journey together. We then learn that beast people have the ability to evolve once they max out their stats, but no black cat in history has ever been able to evolve, which makes them a species that is often discriminated against and looked down on. Fran's parents tried relentlessly to evolve but were unable to do so and eventually perished. Fran desperately wants to grow stronger so she can become the first in her species to evolve. While traveling, Fran and Shish run into a caravan being attacked by a group of goblins. They make quick work of the goblins, and Shish is impressed by how quickly Fran is improving. The man thanks Fran for saving him and offers to take her to the nearest city. She accepts his, but Shish warns Fran not to let anyone know that she is in possession of an intelligent weapon.